we're here to demonstrate and give you a 10-minute or a little bit more lower body hip lymphatic flush. So we're gonna start by getting on top of the roller, and we're using the soft blue rollers. We're gonna go right on top to the middle of the thigh. So you wanna park yourself right in the middle, draw your abs up like you're in a plank, and then very gently rock back and forth. And you'll start to feel there's little tender spots, so you want to focus on the tender areas. That just means that those are areas that can be smoothed out by rolling and stretching. And you're going to slowly work your way towards the bottom of the knee. Make sure your core is tight. You're doing like a plank. And you can do different things. You can hold and do little tiny rocks back and forth. And then you can do bigger strokes right behind that to smooth it out. So make your way all the way back to the middle of the thigh. And then make your way up to the top of the thigh. And then just keep breathing, drawing your abs in and up. Then you're going to turn to the side. So I'm going to move myself up higher on the roller, and I'm going to turn onto the left hip and the right knee on. So this is the TFL here. You can see it on my top leg. That's what I'm focusing on the bottom leg. And we're rolling like we're in a side plank. The top foot can stay down. The straight leg at the bottom can relax. The top leg starts to help you rock back and forth. And you can tilt the hips down. You can start to put more weight into the leg. You can notice how you can really put your weight straight down, or you can be more gentle like Claire. Just depends on how much work you want to put in. You can go to the side, get the side of the hip here, and the top leg is going to come over. You can let both legs come up, and you can start to roll the upper hip side of the outer thigh. Now you can also go to the lower IT band above the knee. So I'm going to crawl all the way up with straight arms, and now I'm on the outside right above the knee. There's a lot of weight in my arms, or you can be down like Claire lower. Either position. And then you go to the other hip. Same thing, bring the left knee up, park it on your hip socket so you're turned down, and then start off with a little rocking in the hip socket. And then you can be more face down to kind of press into it. So the more heavy you push into it, the heavier you put your body weight, the more tension. And then turn to the side a little. Remember to stack your legs when you're ready to stack them. You can get on your forearm and do that, and back and forth. This really helps to break down tightness. We're loosening up connective tissue, hydrating connective tissue. And then again, get to that lower knee area. You can be on your forearm, or you can do straight arms. Whatever you do, keep your core in and use your upper shoulder girdle, so you're definitely doing Pilates on the roller. And then that's it for the outer. We're going to do the inner leg now. So we're going to put the roller to the side. We're going to lie sideways. And this is kind of tricky. I want to make sure that the leg comes right out of the hip. So if my knee is down low, that's a different angle. I want the knee up high. You can lay down and just kind of rock the hips here. And I'm really working at the insert where the knee has the fascia here, the soft muscle tissue, and I'm on my side. So it's really important to get that little area. You can lay down and rock the hip. Feels pretty good.
Yeah, it hurts so good.
It hurts so good. And then now try to straighten the leg out and bend it back in. Straighten it out, and you're gonna feel like the muscles, the tendons crossing your back knee. Just go slow. That's why the soft roller is nice. And then get the next inch up. So we're not going to demonstrate the whole way up because we want the video to stay at the right time for everyone to feel comfortable with time using it. But you can definitely take more time on these areas. And we're going to get closer to the roller and really get into another area. And again, the heavier you press into it, some people like to lay down and really rock the hips. People who know how to shake the hips up can go here. But I do want you to get to that groin area, and I'm gonna get really into where the roller gets right up into the connection of the thigh bone coming into the hip, into the groin. Feels pretty good, huh? And then you can start to do bigger strikes or strokes back and forth here. And then I like to do a little bit of a U-turn. I turn this up, and then I go across the top of the thigh. You're already there, you might as well get that TFL from another angle. Feels pretty good. We're both really sore.
We need it.
And then relax. Good? And we'll get the other side. Start it by the kneecap. Remember the knee is high. And then you can be face down. You can rock back and forth. You just want to make sure you have enough leverage. So I'm getting my hips close enough to the roller. So when I rock on it, it definitely puts enough weight. Yeah, and you keep breathing back and forth.
Feels so good.
I know. And then hit it. And then don't forget, after you rocked and rolled just a few times at the first position, then you'll do your bend and extend. And you can see us going nice and slow. And you can see that the foot is parallel. I don't have it turned out. It's just I'm sideways and it's just parallel straight. And then get the next area. So we're only going to show 3 areas on the inner leg, but you can definitely have 6 areas by making smaller movements from the roller, like inching it up. Oh my God.
If it feels uncomfortable, it's because you need it.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels better the more you do it.
It's a very good way to loosen up your hips and then get all the way to the groin area, and then always do quite a few rocks back and forth, the small, heavy ones before you do the big strokes. So the small back and forth, and then the bigger strokes. You can feel it like flushing. This is where the lymphatic flush comes. You can feel it just flushing. You can see us both are just kind of doing different things but similar. Like Claire's laying down and I'm hovering heavy. Ah, it already feels good. So then I'm going to take the roller behind us. And again, we're going to sit in front of it. Now we get to lay down. And you're going to roll over it, keep the roller in place. Once you lay down, get your shoulder blades flat. Then adjust the roller level behind your hips. Your knees and feet come up. So you want to make sure your core is engaged, so you just feel your core is in, your shoulder blades are down. And now you have the back of your hip, which is your SI joint. So if you take the knees to the right, hold it to where you feel like you're at an angle into the back hip bone. And then go to the other side and find the other hip bone angle. And it's very tempting to go all the way over and just get this great twist. But before you get the twist, I want you to get familiar to where that bony bone kind of feels like you put pressure into it. Okay, so once we start to get that area, then you're rolling across, and you'll feel like a little tender spot in the middle of the glutes, the side here, side of your hip. That's the piriformis. And you do want to make sure you cross that, because that's an area that we all need to massage and stretch. If we do bars, we do lunges, we do squats, which we all do spinning. So nice and heavy through it. Then you stay on the hip right here and you circle it. You could go 5 to 10 times. We're just going to go 5 and then we'll reverse it. But the goal is to feel your abs are moving the knees around the circle. Go to the other side, find the hold first. You'll feel the sinking, you'll feel like a little knot kind of happening, and then you circle around it. It's very small, like the size of a golf ball. And then reverse it. After you do 5 in each direction, just go back and forth a few times. Drawing the abs in and up, shoulder blades down. Now see how free you feel to go further if you like. You can see our feet are low, they're not up here in the air. They're down low. So we're just creating more weight. How heavy can we press our backside with the shoulder blades down? Then just for center, start to circle around the tailbone. You really need your abs in, otherwise the roller is going to slip out. And now you're massaging all the way around, and then reverse 3 to 5 times. And then feet down, and then just move the roller out. Okay, so this is now where we're going to give some circulation to the back of the thigh. So we're gonna open, close the leg. And you can feel the tailbone is down. I'm not lifting my pelvis. I am pressing my shoulder blades. How's that feel, Claire? And the feet, I like to flex them so I feel that the leg bone pushes down firmer, harder, and the abs are in. So we're gonna move it down 1 inch, and we're only gonna go through 3 inches, but you're gonna probably go 5 or 6 inches behind the leg, or maybe more. Don't feel like you have to rush, but do notice that we're going pretty powerful and we're pressing down firm. So we're creating a lot of blood flow, circulation, and this is the lymphatic flush. When we get that dry brush and brush up. So if you wanted to do a dry brush with this, you could make the dry brush 10 minutes, and this would have been, 5 minutes, this would have been 10. So it's like 15 minutes of once a week.
Perfect.
And then down. It could be on a Saturday, Sunday, Friday when you have more time, or it could be during the week when you have a night off to yourself. It doesn't take a lot. One roll out a week will give you a lot of benefits. And push down. And so this will be our last spot with you, but keep going so you can see she's doing a nice job pushing the leg bone down. And then let's just put it under the calves. Don't ever put it behind the knee. And then behind the calves, you would just kind of, figure out how to press down on that lower leg. I like to sometimes kick it out. You can see my knees are soft, core is tight. Do a little flash dance here, or little mermaid pedals, little mermaid kicks. And then roll your ankles. And then that is it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels great. So thank you so much for joining us, and let us know if you have any questions.